Hello again, and welcome to the channel, lords and ladies. It's great to see you today. You picked a really good episode to watch and check out, because today's the day when we finally create the Aldmeri Dominion. It's official. I've decided that no matter how long this episode ends up taking me, I'm going to form the Aldmeri Dominion in this episode. Now, I don't believe it's going to take that long. This is episode 34, by the way. I'm not starting with my usual spiel, because I'm just so pumped for this episode. I can't wait. It's making the Aldmeri Dominion is taking like a giant leap on the path to Alaxon. If the path to Alaxon was a literal road that we are walking down, and perfection is at the end of that road, making the Aldmeri Dominion is going to be a giant leap in progress towards perfection. Feanor is just such a badass. He's accomplished so many things in his long life, but this is going to be his magnum opus. Not only are we just building, it's not like we're just making a title and that's all we're gaining from it. We do gain some other things too. Like, I get a new Dynasty Legacy track that we can go down, and I don't know what kind of benefits it's going to have, so it'll be fun to check it out. So we'll get access to a new Dynasty Legacy tree. My dynasty will forever gain Ariel's Chosen, and this is what I'm saying about the path to Alaxon. We are essentially being chosen by our head deity, you know? The head deity in our faith, like, there's all of these ones, like all the divines and stuff, but Ariel is the head. So when we create the Aldmeri Dominion, in the eyes of our head deity, we will be chosen, and every single one of my dynasty members will get some martial and stewardship. Now, in the grand scheme, this isn't that much, but since it's going to be benefiting so many people, my dynasty is pretty widespread now. There are a lot of people that are admittedly not going to get that much stewardship or martial, but it's still something. 20% monthly prestige is something, though. You know, all of my dynasty members getting plus 20% prestige, and it says Aldmeri Opinion. Now, when it says Aldmeri Opinion, I'm a little confused about this. It's not saying Altmer Opinion. Does this mean that anybody who falls within the Aldmeri Dominion, no matter who they are, they will get a permanent +5 to their opinion? I think that's how it is, because it's not Altmer. That's not my culture. It says Aldmeri, not Alinori. Alinori is my culture. So my guess is that anybody who falls within the Empire will gain an opinion boost of every single one of my dynasty members. You know? So this is really cool. I can't wait till we get this. It's going to be so much fun. Let's talk strategy, because it's going to change. I had an initial strategy that I discussed briefly, but let's get more in-depth, and let's change our strategy a little bit. Changing our strategy is going to make sure that we get this done faster. So let's talk about what I'm going to do here. Initially, I was going to wait just to fabricate claims for everything and then just take everything in one war, but I don't think that's the most efficient way. It's going to involve me having to wait a long time, number one, but I think I could divide this into two separate wars, because we will be bound by a truce. If we decide to fight two wars, we'll be bound by another truce, but it's only going to be 4 years, a 4-year truce, and 4 years is not enough for me to fabricate the rest of these. Like, we'll still be able to fight a war. You know what I'm saying? Like, another truce won't hinder us, because we'll have to wait an even longer amount of time to get the rest of these claims. So I scrapped that idea. We're not going to fight one big war. We might fight multiple wars, either 2 or 3. I thought that maybe I said to myself, hey, how about you just fabricate claims for the things that you're never going to border? Fabricate claims on those first. Like, get these islands out of the way first. Because if you go after them first, you can go after the border ones, and, like, if I fight 2 separate wars, if I fight this war, grab these 3, that'll give me borders with these, making them green, speeding up the rate at which I fabricate claims. So if I fight multiple wars, the rate at which I fabricate claims will be helped, because my border is expanding, and I'll be bordering more. So I decided against doing that. Not going to fabricate claims against the islands. What I'm going to do instead is fabricate a claim for this county right here, We have a truce with them right now that ends in 3 months, so it's going to take longer to fabricate the claim than the truce is. So we'll fabricate the claim for this. And why this? Because if I fight 2 separate wars, if I get this included in our first war, this will give me a border with everything that surrounds it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counties will be... admittedly, if these 2 counties would have accelerated their fabrications if I just went for what I have now. True, those would already have been included. But if I go for this county, I'll get 3 more. So maybe in total 3 wars that we're going to fight today. I just want this claim, then we'll fight a war, fabricate the claims I can, maybe fight another one. You see what I'm saying? So that would be faster than just waiting for all of these claims to fabricate. Instead of doing one more, we're going to do multiple. Hope I explained that and made sense. When I'm excited, I tend not to give good explanations. So I hope that made sense. I'm anxious to start playing. Everything is managed. We're just waiting for the claim. And I'm still managing some of my recent conquests. We started all the building projects at once. I went through every single one of them in front of you and built everything. So all the building projects are under construction. So at most, we'll have to wait 17 months. And they'll all finish at once, you know what I mean? So we're not going to wait that long. Had to deal with a bunch of prisoners. Where is my steward? Alright, these'll finish first. Okay, let's play on speed 5, because I said I would. I don't have any children to really manage. I have my, I have these 2 kids, but I can't really teach them any more languages, and I've already influence their personalities as much as I can, so I don't have to micromanage my children. This son is going to come of age today, pretty soon. Now, Mary Dominion, here we come. Now, this process is what's going to slow us down the most, really. We're going to finish the master... We're going to get master illusion, so we're sticking in the magic lifestyle. He was on an adventure and he died on the adventure. It looked like he got sick. He got a plague or something. He died of old age. But he did have witch's pox, but... Okay, the game says he died of old age, but it was because of this. Like, he was probably already teetering on death, and the plague just pushed him over the edge. Okay, there's that claim. Can I maybe grab one more? That'll give me more borders. It's the islands that I can't do anything about. I can't try to get borders with those. How about we get the tip of the peninsula as well? We'll grab that. Then we'll fight that war, and then we should border everything here. It's just the islands that'll slow us down. And by the time we get all those islands, we get all the claims fabricated, the truce that we'll be waiting for will have ended. Did I give this person a directive? I'm just gonna double check. Son just came of age. He got a 5-star diplomacy education. How is my magica looking? It's not great. I want to start casting Calm on my son. This one, because he didn't get a stress trait like his brother did. He got Skooma Drinker. He hasn't gotten any kind of trait from stressing out yet. So I really want to utilize Calm, but it's really expensive. I would only be able to cast Petty on one of my sons, and minus 5% isn't that much. Maybe we should deactivate some rituals, but I thought I already did that. I don't have that many rituals active. I suppose I can deactivate that. Nobody's been casting spells on me, but that could be because I have Ward active, but I'm willing to take a risk and let somebody cast spells on me. I'll keep my monthly lifestyle experience. I'll keep my fertility. So let's save up as much magicka as we can, and we'll start casting Calm on my 2 sons. Maybe we'll get him married soon, because there might be some kingdom title that I want to give him, but he is pinned. I pinned a couple of people just to prepare for the eventuality of having to maybe land them. But I'll give him a job. What was he? Diplomacy? We're gonna replace this court musician with my son. My son's only average, but he just became an adult. Cut him some slack. He might improve. As long as he has a job. I made my other son the Eparch, or the Eparch. I gave him that job because he became the Corpulent, and I think he got this nickname because he was my food taster, and I think if people are your food taster, they gain weight because they're always eating. So just to make sure my son didn't get overweight or anything, I took him off the food taster job, even though he was good at it. He was really good at it. But to prevent him from getting fat or getting some bad trait, I made him my Eparch instead. Gesundheit. If you're not useful, get out. Let's position our flag, because we're going to get ready to declare war after this claim. Somebody's trying to convert me? Well, good luck. 0% success rate with people trying to convert me. We want to move our flag. Right there should be fine. They have an internal alliance, which is pointless. We're not fighting Leowin until we're ready. We'll probably declare the last war that we have to against Quinn Rahl at the same time we declare war on Leowin. I'm not afraid of her. She's nobody of any consequence. She's just a wandering person. So I don't care about pissing her off. We are able to start seducing our wife again. Let's start doing that. Okay, what finished? What finished? That did. This is a duchy capital, but it's not like a kingdom capital, like Fort Haven is. This is probably what I want to give to a family member. But this one, this is just a duchy title. I can give this to a generic person, but we will give it to an Alinori. Good thing I didn't just do that, because I still have to manage this county. We'll develop this one next. And then I'll create that. Oops, I didn't... I still got the renown from this temple building, because they both completed at the same time. I just didn't build the monasteries, but I did get the renown, so not a mistake. Okay, I need to pay attention to these now, because I don't want to fail. Okay, that worked out. Because we don't want to fail and have another long gap between us trying to seduce her again. Okay, there's our last fascination, which means we have to wait until 6:30 for the next era. So we finished a little ahead of time, so we've got 8 years of not being able to research any innovations. But now that we have royal prerogative, we can bump our crown authority up to centralized bureaucracy. It's going to piss more people off, but opinions are okay. It costs less prestige for me to call provincial armies, which I haven't needed, but it's nice that it's not as expensive. More contribution from Republican vassals. More tax contribution from administrative vassals. All vassals who refuse title revocation or vassal retraction are considered criminals. And my vassal limit will increase by 100. So we are swimming in vassal limit already. Okay, I won't go all the way up to 4. I think 3 is fine for now. We've been doing okay on the lower crown authorities, so let's actually check our vassals' opinions. They all love me no matter what. I've been ousted as a murderer. No matter what I do, they all love me. Okay, that claim should be almost done. Yep, there it is. Oh, I don't have to tell her to... I don't have to give her that directive. That's redundant. Because I'm just gonna give it to the Duke. He got himself married. Not to an elf or anything, but at least he got himself married. I think this is where I fail, because I always choose to dance. How about we take a walk in the garden? We pull a Game of Thrones and we go on a walk in the garden. She liked it. Maybe we just need to not dance so much and we won't fail our seduce schemes. Everything's about to finish all at the same time. See what I mean? Because I constructed everything all at once. Okay, we're gonna lay with our wife. Let's see if she gets pregnant. It's gonna go from 19 days to 6 days. Okay. I won't give this to my son, because he just became an adult. Let's give him some time to be a kid, because maybe landing a really young kid is not the smartest thing, because they're not ready for the job, really. You want them to, gain some skills and allow them to grow up, and before you give them a bunch of responsibility. So I'll use this guy, who's already aged a bit. He does have a daughter already. He's not married. His wife died while trying to extend her lifespan. That's something that we can do, but and I didn't know that it could kill you. They should tell you that. It should tell you that there's a risk of death. So a cautionary tale right here. But I already said that I'm not going to do this with Feanor. We'll do it with maybe another character. Can I get him a marriage? Do I have somebody I can get him married to? Maybe matrilineally? But no, he's in my dynasty that I don't need it to do matrilineal. But maybe I have a single woman that has some potential. This is my ex-wet nurse. This is the wet nurse that just dropped out of having that job. Do I want to keep her around? I don't need her. She's taking up space now. I'm raising... Her daughter is about to become an adult. We'll wait for her to become an adult before I tell her to leave. We'll get... Yeah, we'll give her daughter... We'll see how she turns out before we boot him out. But I'm still going to hire a new wet nurse. So yeah, what am I going to do with you? She can't be too old because I want them to have children. Like 109 is pushing it. That's only 11 years. 11 years of fertility. The only thing I can do is arrange a marriage. I can't invite him to court or anything. Oh, yes I can. Alright, I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass. Do I want a lunatic wet nurse, or do I want a hemophiliac... yeah, a hemophiliac wet nurse. She is a villain. Wet nurses aren't powerful agents. Even though she's a little scary with her personality. They tend to bring a child with them because that's what makes them wet nurse material, is if they've recently had a kid. Alright, she's average at the job, but we'll let her do it. Now I have a new kid in here. I'll foist him onto my son. That way he can get a magical education. Okay. Still have to get this guy married. Now I can find him a spouse. I want somebody who's going to bear him children. Somebody who's skilled and has a congenital trait that he doesn't, ideally. Like an intelligence or beauty trait. Ooh, fecund. She's too old. She has to be related to me somehow because of her... She's gotta be. Too old. She is bringing an intelligence trait, which he doesn't have, and I like that she's lustful, because that's more fertility. She's young enough. She's towards the top of the list. There's an orc lady. I sorted by Eleanori. This orc lady is technically my culture, but she's Breton, right? Interesting. I think I'm going to choose her. She's got skills where they matter. Like, arguably my 3 favorite of the lifestyles: diplomacy, stewardship, and learning. Alright, do it. Patrilineal, because he's in my dynasty. She is not. Before I create the duchy, just making sure we're not developing anything else. We're all done. I'm pretty sure I told this guy, but I'm so anal about this. I want to make sure that they're converting. Okay, that takes care of that. Let's declare our wars now. And while we're fighting the war, I'll grab one of the islands. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll grab this one. We already placed our flag. Let's go. My wife didn't get pregnant. I'll seduce her in a second. She's got less than 40 years left of fertility. And we will get our next, what was it? Our tradition in 19 years. So we'll get more fertility, plus 15% for my wife and myself. Let's go for this first, and we'll conquer our way towards his capital and maybe fight a battle and not have to... Oh. Not have to take the capital. She's trying again? This woman is trying again to convert me. More monthly renown from this? Hell yeah. That's an improvement I approve of. Okay, I can kick my ex-wet nurse out. She got Mastermind Philosopher, not bad, and she became a Master Mage. She has no magic perks. Alright, she benefited. Even though I'm kind of kicking them out of on the street now, at least I've given them the tools to survive in the world. Like, she can sell to people. I was raised by the Emperor. I think she'll do fine in life if she's not in my court. She can say, I was the wet nurse to the Emperor, and she can say, I was educated personally by the Emperor. So, yeah, they'll have happy lives out in the world. So I'm going to tell them to get out. I just had to fight a battle. I didn't even have to go for the capital. Okay, before we fabricate the claim on that island, let's get all of this. We won't grab the Leowin one yet. It doesn't matter. We're just going to grab them all. So one more war against Quinral, and we'll fight Leowin at the same time. Now, Merry Dominion, here we come, baby. I'm doing the land a favor. I've, in one form or another, maybe except this part of Valenwood West, because I inherited this when I became the Emperor, but as far as all of this is concerned, they should thank me for developing everything. You know how much money I've spent on filling all these baronies, and what a boon it is just to get that influx of money? Like, this conquest is a godsend to the people living in these places that I'm conquering. They should be embracing my conquest. They should be turning against their rulers. Just joining me immediately. Alright, let's not unpause. And before I forget, start seducing my wife again. She's traveling. So never mind. One, two, three, four baronies. Okay, we got that. We get at least one temple out of that. This, we don't get anything. Oh, this has 2 castles in it. So I can give away this one. There's a special building here that I can't benefit from because it's the holy site of a different faith. So I can't benefit from it. We'll have to, at some point, go through our rituals and see what kind of rituals that we're getting access to, because I've been, like, upgrading my... Like, we've been going down the trees, and my sole focus has been getting the spells, like being able to cure disease and restoration, and being able to cast Calm in Illusion. We need to go through here and see what kind of cool rituals that we're getting. But since I'm not trying to have any rituals active right now, I don't need to look now. My dog is causing trouble. Which is what dogs are supposed to do. That's why we love them. This guy won't accept anything. Fine. Then you get burned at the stake. I can hold court. Somebody's just asking for money? That's simple. Absolutely. Now is the time for these people, for grovelers, to come in and just beg for money. Because I'm more than happy to. This person's gonna move to my court and become a knight? No, thank you. She can join a holy order. My daughter wants to be my tutor. But I already have somebody doing that, and he's already excellent. Oh no, she's the tutor. Wait, I'm confused. It says Larica will step aside, but if I choose this, she's gonna get the job. That confused me. Whatever, just leave me alone. I have a tutor that's already good. Are we not traveling? Can we please seduce our wife now? Where are you? Get your butt back here. I did not give you permission to leave the house. Please provide fertility so I can give it to my wife. Hey, that's the girl that I was raising. That's the girl that I raised. She just became friends with me. No gorilla people. He's stupid. Get out. The answer was already going to be no, but that just made it even worse. I don't think we're gonna get. It's possible. It's possible. My son was murdered. Not the important one. He's still safe. Do I think my wife appreciates poetry? Yeah. Lady, if you keep... I think the game is trying to trick... Like, one of these times it's going to come up and I'm just going to hit the wrong thing and become a witch. Get out of here. Let's get to 200 Magicka, then I'll cast Calm. I'll do it on 2 of my sons. Both of them. Not a bad Spymaster, one of my best counselors. After weeks of political pressure and maneuvers of the court, King Lord Amros has succeeded in being given responsibility for territories of Grimwatch. Okay. Does this mean she's making me a court artifact? That's not what I want. This is a brooch that I think I'm using, right? If I let her destroy this, maybe the new one will turn out to be pretty good. Do this one, the Alinori brooch. Who's trying to purchase a truce? Bloodmane? I don't need the money. Decline. My wife is pregnant. Oops. My son is ruling. We don't want that. What else did I take on? Didn't Matheson have a large piece of... I see. Matheson, which is the duchy that I have to manage right now, it used to control this duchy as well. So now that realm split up, and that's, I guess, okay. Doesn't make things easier or harder, it's just the fact of the matter. I shouldn't have to develop any of this. Yeah, there's nothing for me to do here. I don't believe that there were any... There is a theocracy right here. I guess I can manage this. Alright, I wasn't trying to manage this, but since I have it, I'm going to take this. He's going to give me problems, which means I have to fabricate a hook. My son is still ruling something. Oh, now he's the Duke of Boulder Tree. I have to take that away, too. Alright, what a pain in the butt. Pain in my ass. I'm gonna slow down for a second. It's a better item, but it's still no fertility. So I got a higher quality item out of it. I think I'm just going to give this duchy back to, just to a generic person. It was under the control of my family, but doesn't need to be anymore. It's not the capital of any kingdoms or anything. In fact, the Duchy of Matheson rightfully belongs underneath the King of Skywatch, which is not somebody I've created yet. I've created the Duke here, and it is a family member, so I guess I could technically create this kingdom title, just to get this managed. To keep it nice and organized. What is this? Who owns this? First holds. Is it directly held by... It is. Because if it was a vassal underneath the King of First Hold, I could just retract his vassal. In order for me to manage this county, I would need to, Yeah, it's... He owns it directly. Damn it. Of course he does. I won't worry about it now. It's just something else we're going to have to manage in the future. It's technically a part of Matheson. So when I do manage this county, I have to remember to grant it... Oh, no, I won't be able to grant it. If I create the king, I won't be able to grant this county to their duke. I would only be able to grant the county to the king. So maybe we don't create the kingdom. We'll hold off on making him the king. I won't kick out that holy order. There's no need to give him a directive to convert my religion, because this is already my religion. Still not 100%, but I'm not fighting any wars right now, so if he does rise up against me, I could just smack him down really quick. And he wasn't an idiot. Another a peasant? I just landed a peasant? Well, lucky her. But she's a hemophiliac, so that might not allow her to live very long. That might get her killed. Since one of my artificers died, what's she like? Average? What's her personality like? Gracious opportunist? Okay, I'm willing to bring her in. She's compassionate. I have 2 foreigners acting as my artificers. Okay, we have to revoke my son's other title. And I have to build a castle here. I'm being forced to manage these internal things. If I don't want my son to be a governor. Alright, he's gonna accept again. He's not giving me problems, and I appreciate that, son. I appreciate it a lot. Okay. We'll just leave it the way it is. It's all broken up. My son has no more title. Oh, no, he still accounts. I have to take another title away from him. Okay, this is getting annoying. That should be the last thing we need to take. My wife is my new player heir? No. I mean, I love you, wifey, but that's not how this works. Okay, let's give him a job again. I'll give him the eparch position again. Considering all the things that are going on right now, I think I'm doing pretty well. Nothing needs to be managed here. Rictus? That's a... Never mind. I'm just going to give this away, and we won't give away the duchy titles or worry about these until I'm ready. I have some more vassals underneath me, and I'm going to have to go through them one by one, making sure that I can't utilize their lands. Actually, all these islands are okay. I don't need to manage any of them. But one thing at a time. What's done is done. My son's back. That's all I care about. He's back in court under my protection. How much magic do I have? 204. I can only cast... Wow, Calm is really expensive. It's useful, but it's really expensive. And it not only does it prevent them from gaining stress for 5 years, it also causes them to lose any stress they have accumulated right now. He's already calmed, and that ends in 1 year. Okay, so we'll wait a year to save up some more magicka, and then I'll cast Calm on both of my sons. On these 2 kids here. Ooh, wow. Argonia's uniting even more. They've got the entirety of Black Marsh and then some. Minus some other things right here, but they're doing a good job. There's a lot of people growing. High Rock, Argonia. There's a lot of big powers forming. Not a lot of fragmentation. Okay, we're still developing. Where is my steward? Doing something he doesn't need to be doing anymore. Sendarian, a wizard of my acquaintance, has recently proposed that despite common misconceptions, alteration magic can indeed be used to grant flight to the flightless, and that he has discovered the secret combination of alteration spells that would allow such a feat. However, to test this spell would require investment beyond his means. The spells must be inscribed onto scrolls and consume such raw amounts of magicka that the manufacture alone is impossible without expensive soul gems or dwarven artifacts. Sindarian has approached me as a fellow alteration master with a request for patronage. Should the spell of flight work as he believes, I will be honored as the driving force behind its invention. In a few days, Sindarian will meet you outside to attempt flight. I will sponsor your research, but I wish to see... I'm not doing that. I'm not risking myself. Oh no, I wish to see the maiden flight. This is the one that we don't want to do, because this I would try it myself. This is the one we want to choose. There we go. It's important to scrutinize all your options and read carefully. Sendarian and I have met in a quiet spot outside where he believes flight conditions are best. I hope he's not trying to fly in the middle of the woods. It also helps that there are no curious onlookers here to break our concentration. It's time. Sendarian unfurls the scroll and activates it. Experimental alteration magics bathe him in a blue glow for just a second. He looks at me once and nods. I nod back. Today, history is written. Sendarian stretches out his arms, breathes in, and jumps. By our ancestors, how he flies. Sendarian soars far above me, laughing at those naysayers who scorned our theory. Okay, before I read the rest, I promise I'm not reading the rest. What's going to happen on his way down? Is he going to die on the way down? And then he falls back to the ground. The impact is a sight that I won't soon forget. Sendarian is dead, and so are hopes of a magical breakthrough. Okay, I swear to God I didn't read this before. I saw it coming. So good thing I didn't try it myself, because I would have died probably. Okay, wifey, aren't you about to have a kid? 3 months. I'll speed up to 5 again. I'm getting sick and tired of this woman doing this. Can I bring her into my court? Because how about I just murder her? Her opinion just keeps tanking every time I choose that. How about we just get rid of her? I think Ariel would appreciate me murdering this Danger worshipper. There we go. That takes care of that. Now, it cost me 114 to cast Lesser, so I need 228 in order to cast it twice. I'm not laying with you. The last few people that I've hired to be my artificers, they've all wanted to sleep with me because they've been women. All my artificers recently have just been women, and they keep trying to sleep with me. My son would make a good artificer, and I don't mind if he has 2 jobs. Let's let him do it. He can make me weapons. Now, he can make me crowns and sculptures. She'll make me weapons. She'll make me books. I was going to move my steward over there to speed that up, but it's okay. I care more about my conquest first. Hey, one more perk and we become a master illusionist. Maybe that'll make Calm cheaper to cast. She had a daughter. That's okay, I guess. She's pretty decent. I know this is going to cost me some magicka that I'm trying to save up for my sons, but I'm noticing that my daughter she's at stress level 2. She's severely injured. She has scars over scars. She's just not looking so good. I'm going to mend her wounds. Molwen? Alright, that's fine. Just 3. We got this one already. So we're just 3 claims away, and that's going to take about 8 months each. Or maybe 7 months each. So what is that, like 3 or just under 3 years? Too many old duchies. Okay, yeah. So I'll destroy the Duchy of Boulder Tree because I don't need it right now. What else have I got? The Duchy of Matheson. That's right, because we're not done managing this. Alright, so we'll move the steward there. Am I done over here? Yeah. So I can't give away that duchy until I've managed it completely. Do we just attack our wife? Let's be subtle about it. Nope, awkward interactions. Apparently, putting my hand on my wife's hand is an awkward interaction. Even though we've been married for like 70 years or something. My wife is so hard to please. After like 50 years or whatever, after that many years of marriage, she's still an enigma to me. More monthly renown for this? That's 2 improvements to the same goblet. Both improvements gave me more renown. How are we doing on our legacy? We're like 2/3. We might get our legacy today. We're over an hour now, but like I said, we're not ending it until we get the Altmeri Dominion. It's just one more war. Or one more pair of wars. I want to know if casting or getting Master Illusion is going to make it cheaper for me to cast illusion spells. It doesn't matter. I'll give it to an Alinori. So there's no more theocracy here. At least we got that managed. I don't need to tell her to convert, because... Okay, that actually might be useful to me. I already... Oh, no, that's what I just made. It's a small wall ornament, so I need to take down the least useful... My dog's pelt. That's giving me knight effectiveness. I value that. That one's giving me renown. Can't take that down. So we'll drop this notorious foxhide. And we'll put a shield up, giving me more renown. And we can actually see it this time. It's actually visible and not invisible. So that's more renown coming in. Don't need my steward developing anything right now, so I'm just going to throw him into Castle Noldoril. Alinori doesn't need help. Or Alinor doesn't need help with development. So I'll do it here. Until we're ready to get our conquest. My wife is pregnant again. 2 more claims, and we get the Aldmeri Dominion. So yeah, this is probably going to end up being the length of a normal episode. Depending. We'll see. Because the Leyawiin Moor might be annoying to fight. Might have to do a lot of traveling. Or I could just go by sea. Let's see how much more money I make. Every time I do this, because this has happened quite a few times, in good estate, and I always choose this one. Let's see how much money we make now. Quite a bit. Another inspiration strikes. Another brooch. Yes, keep making brooches, please. Train for a tournament. I don't have any stress, so I don't need to pet my dog or anything. Or write anything down. See? Another... Stop! Dude, these I thought my wife died. She would have given me a son, but he was stillborn. That shouldn't be happening as much because we got constant care. We got the constant care legacy. Fewer complications during pregnancy. I mean, I guess it's just like the law of averages. We've been having so many children. We're getting my wife pregnant so much that due to the number of children we've been having, things like that are just going to happen, you know. Alright, that really sucks. I'm going to give my wife a break. I won't seduce her or break up with her right now. She's probably stressing out a bit after that happened. In fact... if she does have any stress going on right now, I want to calm my wife down after the death of our son. Let's relieve 26 stress. I don't know. I wish you could see how much stress a character has accumulated. I just don't know, but I'm willing to bet she has some. Let's do our wife a favor. I'll give her that. I still haven't forgotten. I'm going to cast it on my sons. But once we get our next magical lifestyle perk, then we'll see. Leowyn is trying to expand. That's neither here nor there, because even if Leowyn does expand, it doesn't matter. I already have a claim for whatever county they're going to take. So I could just lump it in with the claims that I take when we fight them. You know? So it's not a big deal. I don't need to check over here. I know for a fact that we don't need to develop anything in the Somerset Isles. Me and my son are getting along. How about we become friends with him if we can? We can't become friends. I can get a hook on him. I already have my house head hook on him. I don't need a strong hook. And I don't need to use this hook to get money and then just get the strong hook. We don't need money. So how about we just do this? We benefit from some stress loss for 15 years. Child opinion plus 20. The kids will love me. See, Leowyn did win their war, but it's... doesn't matter. That's what I want to see, baby. Now, due to us, my wife is getting a plus 60% boost to her fertility because of all of these items. And we're not done yet. Regalia can give you a fertility, and maybe we'll get another brooch that I can give her. So... it's my wife's side that needs the help. I don't need the fertility. Am I still... is Mara still my patron? Yeah, she is. So we're getting that. And we're fine. Alright, I gave her a little bit to... I gave her some time to mourn our son. Now it's back to banging. Orphanages? Who cares about orphanages? I think I'm going to switch that out. Instead of the orphanage, maybe we'll build farms and fields. But I'll definitely get some hospices in here. Okay, let's get our claim. Who's requesting retirement? To the implacable Feanor. This guy who's in prison is asking me to take my dynasty member's title away. Get out of here. I don't think it made anything cheaper. Alright, we need 228 so I can cast it on both my sons. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for this? Took us an hour and 17 minutes into the episode in order to get to here. But this is going to be a great way to probably end it. I'll probably end it after the war's over and after we make the decision. How much longer is our truce? 6 months? Okay, 6 months away. Let's not dance. We've learned our lesson. A walk in the garden worked last time. Alright. Teaching my children the Bosmerus language is kind of becoming pointless. Because nobody speaks it. Most of Tamriel speaks Cyrodiilic. And we're about to eliminate anybody who speaks Khajiit or Tagra. Like, I'm sure they'll still speak their own languages locally, but the language of the Empire is my language. Okay, our truce is over now. Here we go. We'll definitely take out Quinn Rawl first, and then we'll probably just set sail and go straight for Leowin's capital. It's easy as that. Simple as that. I think we can afford to summon a little bit closer to the front line. I didn't check Leowin's alliances. They don't have any. And Quinn Rawl doesn't have any either. I have to be the one that commands this. I have to command these armies. I have to be the one that led our troops to victory and the final forming of the Eldmeri Dominion. I'll do this one. Improve my supply capacity as opposed to taking the money. Okay, winning the battle last time ended this really fast. Let's hope the same is true now. They realized they didn't have time. Yeah, they're trapped. They're done. This is it. This is it. Wow. It's 2 temples. Oh no, just 1. I have to build a castle. This is an academy. I should have known that by the weird name, Senchal Training Grounds. Is this a separate barony, this little island? Nope, it's just 2. Alright, here we go. I'm not actually trying to take this, I'm just trying to get my armies together. Maybe we will take it. And my dog died again. But that's not a problem, because we can just immediately adopt another one. It's another male. Okay, the name that I forgot last episode, I remember, we're naming this one Julianos. My Glory Hound vassals are just loving me. That's kind of obnoxious. Let's go get their capital really quickly. Let's check the spread of our religion. It is spreading down here. It's taking a bit to spread over here, I'm noticing. We don't have to fabricate any more claims, so let's... Since I own Rimmon myself, I have to personally convert this to my religion, so we'll start by doing that. And then since I don't have to fabricate any claims anymore... Well, maybe there are some claims that I have to fabricate, like the Sistress Islands. That's something I want to get to. It's a major decision. The question of Sistress, if I get these islands, we can make that major decision. But not yet. I'll at least convert this. But I was about to say, I can just have my Realm Priest fabricate the rest of this if it's taking too long. But I am going to need her to fabricate claims over here. So she can convert this, and that's enough. %. That's not as much as I thought it was going to be. Okay, we'll split our armies. They're not doing too badly with supplies. But they should have supplies enough. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Come this way, it'll be faster, I think. And then we'll have this one. We'll take a few more counties around here, since we're here. And then I'll go down and take the other part of the war target. Yeah, we have more than enough magicka. Let's cast. One of my sons became incapable. Look at that. He became the Duke of a place, and he got his own land. I didn't give him that willingly. He just took that himself. And look what happened. He got himself hurt. I can't cure him of that. I can cure his wound, but I can't cure his incapability. Whatever, I don't care. This is why... You know what? I'm not gonna cast Calm on him like I was going to. It's too late now. He's ruined. He's damaged goods. There's no point in doing that. I don't care if he stresses out. I don't even care if he dies. This is the son I need to protect. This son is effectively dead to me. Because he's an idiot and he got himself hurt. He's not one of my knights or anything, so I don't think he got hurt because of that. That means I can cast a higher version of Calm on this son. He gets the grand version. And if he has any stress, it's about to all go away. Okay, I didn't want to ever do this, but I'm getting sick and tired of having to take, like, people's titles away and stuff. I won't do this to my son, but I'm going to do this to my wife. I'm disinheriting her. It costs me renown, and I don't like to spend it because I want to spend my renown on my legacies, but I'm getting sick and tired of people taking titles. That's one way to prevent her from doing that. I can't revoke her title, but I can do the other thing that I learned. What was it? Retire them? And just to skip a step, I think I'm going to do that for my son, too. I'm just going to retire him soon. And now I gotta bring him back in. This is so annoying. But we solved the problem with my wife. We disinherited her, but I'm not gonna do it to my son. My wife was my architect. I need to make her my architect again. Building that temple paid for the disinherit decision that I just made, basically. I want a fertility boost. I can get that from either getting into intrigue or into diplomacy. There is a legend that I'm going to get access to once I form the Aldmeri Dominion, so maybe getting that will be good. It'll improve the spreading of my legend. It's not the greatest tree. Don't really value these trees in intrigue. Don't need to get down avaricious. I probably will finish this at some point, but it's pointless now because I have so much money and I don't need to make money. I'm just going to get into diplomacy so I can get this fertility from the focus. And we'll just go down the August tree, I guess. Not bad. She probably would have made a good commander. But I don't need commanders. I need knights. Okay, here we go. Aldmeri Dominion. Let's do it. After this. Let's assault the fort. I'm kind of in a rush here. Alright, there we go. The brain is complete. Even though the brains of the operation is over here in the Somerset Isles, we completed the brain. I have to get rid of you, because that's a heretical holy order. There's only one empty barony here. And I might hold on to this, because there's a special building here. The Seneschal Palace. It's scorched, but if I upgrade it and drop the 1400, I want to see what it's going to do for us. It's going to do all this. So maybe I'll hold on to this. Palace of Seneschal. But I will build a temple here. And I'm just double checking, is that all of them? Yep, everything's full. So we'll hang on to that. Don't need to hold on to Lucky Cat Landing. There is a special port slot here, but there's also a special port slot in Eleanor. The ports of Eleanor. So I won't hold on to this barony. Okay. I have new court artifacts. Yeah, what else is new? I know about all that. Okay, so it's official. We were able to create our alliance. We're about to do it. We were able to create the Aldmeri Dominion before the Daggerfall Covenant or the Ebonheart Pact were created, which I still don't know if they are major decisions, but I think it is. If creating the Aldmeri Dominion is a thing, I wouldn't be surprised if the Ebonheart Pact or the Daggerfall Covenant were not a thing as well. Okay, here we go. In ancient times, the elves once ruled all over all of Tamriel. Since that time, tragic events including the Nordic invasion and the Alessian slave rebellion have ended elven dominion over the continent. The elves must reunify and once again establish a mighty empire of the Aldmeri. Unify the elves. My primary title has changed to, yep, it's the Aldmeri Dominion. Now, does the Empire of Elsewhere and does the Empire of Valenwood still exist? Yeah, they do. They still exist. I wonder, if I were to create these two Empire titles, would I have the ability to unite them under one? I'm not going to do it right now. There's a lot of things that we can test out and see what we're going to be able to do. I want to make sure my player heir is still my son. He's pretty far down the line of succession. I wonder why that is. It doesn't really matter, because I tested something out. My investment capacity, I think the last time we looked at our investment capacity, it was relatively low. But my investment capacity, let me just show you. Influence candidacy. Medium contribution. No, not for that. Investments. Look at my investment capacity. It's so high that when it gets to the point where it doesn't matter who the Xarxians choose to be the heir, I can overrule them if I just drop a massive amount of influence to just boost his score to #1. So it doesn't matter what the line of succession is or who the Xarxians think is going to be the ruler. It doesn't matter. When the time comes, when I think I'm about to die, and I'm sure with my decision on who I want to be my heir, I'll just influence their candidacy, contribute enough influence to place them first in line. Like, I could do it right now, but I don't know 100% that this son is going to be my heir. He currently is, but maybe he'll get superseded by a better son that we have later, because I'm still going to live for a while. So if I want to make sure he takes over, I'll just do this. Contribute enough influence to place him first in line. I like that my realm color didn't change at all. It's still the same one. I don't have to change it back. But there we go. The High Elves, the Wood Elves, and the Khajiit have been united under the Aldmeri Dominion. So the next major decision I want to make, I did mention it, we want to... Is it gone? The question of Sistras, that major decision is gone. Maybe I had to make that one first before I formed the Aldmeri Dominion. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So there we go. Aldmeri Dominion. It's been done. Now, probably we're just going to spend some time using the rest of our life, since we're not going to be fighting wars anymore. Even though I could, I think I'm going to take a break from fighting wars, and we'll start managing our realm. We'll go through all of this. Get rid of the rest of these theocracies and republics that we still have to deal with. Like this one here, and this one here, and the ones in the Somerset Isles. But throughout our entire conquest, we haven't made any theocracies or republics. My religion has spread more. It's already beginning to spread here. Hey, the Imperial City's development is starting to rebound. Control is basically under control in the entirety of the Somerset Isles, except for these. Actually, most of the world is experiencing some good control Maybe not so much here in Skyrim. Hey, look at this! Dunmaris is now spoken in Blackmarsh. Cyrodiilic lost that. Okay, I'm just kind of finding excuses to keep, like, kind of talking here. We took a bunch of stuff that we do have to manage, but we started all the building projects. So, it's not going to take long to get all that. And then by the time all those new conquests are managed and developed, we will get our next legacy, which will get us graceful aging. And then, as a result of forming the Aldmeri Dominion, we are now Ariel's chosen. This dynasty formed the Aldmeri Dominion, re-establishing elven dominance over much of Tamriel. So there we go, guys. It took us an hour and, like, 40 minutes to get it done, but we made it happen. I don't regret this episode. I was having so much fun that I wasn't even paying attention to the time until, like, the very end there. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. We accomplished it. We formed the Aldmeri Dominion. I've got to make a new thumbnail now, so I'm going to get right to that. But if you did enjoy this episode, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button down below. Leave your likes. Leave your comments. Let me know how much you enjoyed this one. Maybe give me some ideas on what you want to see me do. Because that was the biggest major decision that we were trying to accomplish, and we accomplished it. So maybe I'll just do my normal thing in Elder Kings, and I'll try to take the Imperial City. But that's going to do it for today, lords and ladies. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed. If you're not subscribed to the channel, don't forget to do that as well. I've gotten a couple of subs as I've been recording this episode, which is really cool. So thank you for that, guys, if you recently subscribed. But anyway, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, leave your comments, leave your likes, share this video and this series with your friends if you think they would enjoy it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Episode 35 will be coming at you soon. But until then, have a good one, guys.